It all began on a night that no one in that grand ballroom would ever forget. A billionaire father had arranged an extravagant charity event, chandeliers sparkling above, tables filled with the wealthiest guests, music echoing through the polished wooden floor, yet in the middle of all the glitter stood his young son, a boy with a disability who had always been shielded from the public eye. A boy who longed for just one chance to be treated like everyone else. But little did anyone know, his life, and his father's, was about to change forever. As the music started, guests whispered politely, pretending not to notice the boy in his wheelchair at the edge of the dance floor, while the billionaire father watched silently, torn between love for his child and fear of what the world might say. Suddenly, a young black waitress, dressed simply in her white uniform, carrying a tray of glasses, noticed the boy's eyes filled with both longing and loneliness. And without hesitation, she put down her tray, walked onto the dance floor, and bent down with a smile that no one could ignore. "Would you like to dance?" she whispered. Gasps spread through the crowd. A waitress, interrupting the gala, leading the son of a billionaire? The father's friends exchanged shocked glances, waiting for anger, waiting for rejection, but something far more powerful happened. With trembling hands, the boy reached out, and she gently lifted him, step by step, letting him lead. For the first time in his life, he wasn't being guided, pitied, or pushed aside. He was leading, in front of everyone. The crowd fell silent, every eye glued to the unlikely pair in the center of the floor. At first it looked clumsy, even awkward, but then something magical happened. His confidence grew, her encouragement never faded, and suddenly the boy's smile lit up the entire hall, brighter than the chandeliers themselves. The father rose from his seat, his heart pounding, memories flooding back, memories of promises he had made to protect his son, but also of the walls he had built around him. And now, in front of everyone, a waitress had broken those walls, with nothing more than kindness. The billionaire's pride and shame collided inside him, and tears welled in his eyes. Guests began clapping softly, then louder, until the entire hall was cheering, not for money, not for wealth, but for a moment of pure humanity. Yet this was only the beginning. Behind those cheers lay whispers. Some praised the courage, others mocked the scene. Some even questioned if it was appropriate for a waitress to outshine the rich. But the boy didn't care. For the first time, he was free, alive, leading. Every step was a rebellion against the limits that had chained him, every turn a victory over doubt. The waitress never once let go of his hand, never once let him feel weak, and the father. The father saw something he had never seen before, his son's true strength. That night, the billionaire made a choice that would shock the entire room. He walked onto the dance floor, not to stop the dance, but to join it. Standing beside his son, he whispered, "Lead the way, son." The hall erupted in applause, some in disbelief, others in tears, as the boy, the waitress, and the billionaire shared a dance that would be remembered forever. But what happened after the music stopped was even more extraordinary. The father didn't just thank the waitress, he offered her something no one expected. "You've given me more than money can buy," he said, his voice breaking. "You gave my son his first real dance, his first real moment of freedom. He promised to support her dreams, to change his own life, to break away from the coldness of wealth, and to use his power to bring light to others." The waitress refused at first, insisting she needed nothing in return. But the billionaire insisted, not out of charity, but out of gratitude, because she had given him something priceless, a reason to believe again. From that night on, the story spread far beyond the ballroom. News outlets picked it up, social media lit with the video of a billionaire's disabled son dancing for the first time, led by a waitress with nothing but courage in her heart. People everywhere were inspired. But for the billionaire and his son, it wasn't about headlines. It was about healing, love, and change. The boy found new confidence. The waitress became more than just a worker. She became a symbol of compassion. And the father finally understood what it meant to be truly rich. Because real wealth is not measured in millions, not in mansions or cars, but in moments where love breaks down walls and humanity takes the lead. And so, one dance step, a step that began with a waitress and a boy, became a step that changed lives forever.